And good morning and welcome back. This is a Fallout 4 Horizon build video. Okay, I'm now level 30. So, why do they always do that? I'm now level 30. So we've got lots of little places that need to have a proper amount of food, water and general supplies. So let's go do this, shall we? Oh, let's get my little notebook out and put that there. Right. So the first thing is, if we just go down the list, I think is probably the easiest way. Sanctuary is done. Home plate is a special case. We'll do later. The castle. Yeah, I suppose the castle. The castle it is. Now, the style I'm going to be building in is going to change. And you'll see why in a second. Okay. There's Ronnie. I had to take the wall down so that Ronnie would actually walk out. But never mind. Let's rebuild the place. Ta-da! And as if by magic. Right. So what we need is, we need food and water. Well, let's just get into here. You're really grubby in here, you know. And all of this will need fixing. But what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to clear all of this up because that's insanity. That's a pile of bricks that we cannot fix. However, here we are. There's a good place to put it. Right. Now, because we're level 20, there is, can I get rid of that? No. There is, actually, this would probably be a good kitchen in the future. Get rid of the crappy boxes because they've been here for a long, long time. What we are going to do is, if we go to farming supplies, but we go to supply depot. Now, there's two choices. For early on, you can get 10 food, 10 water, with 100 vendor credits, because it's wood, supply kits, which you should have a lot of by this stage, steel and liquid fuel, which you should also be in a position to make, and we'll cover that in a bit. Liquid fuel and more already. Right. However, if we go, we have no food and right. And the only downside of it is it takes one person to manage it. One settler. Hang on. We're just going to put that one there. So that means, because we've got two people, we've taken no copper. Are we going to be able to shift any of that? No. We've not got rid of any copper, any power, any other bits. But we've now, or we will have very soon, 20 power. Now what I'm going to do, so that means we're going to have food and water. And the water outside is still fine. We're going to leave that one ticking over quite nicely because that works okay. Whoop, don't do that. But it also means as well is we have an abundance of power. Are you going to, that's it, it's not working. Here we go. So we're just going to go to standard utilities, and here we are. We're going to take that. We are not going to. So we've got a recruitment station. I want to have a look at the guard posts, because obviously this place being close, surely that was taking power. Yes, it was. That's fine. We've got some beds we need to put up, and in here I'm thinking we will need proper posts. So the guard posts there, but I want ones that are slightly better. And because I can make 334 of these, I think that's a good starting point. Because we don't need anyone here to make food. One. All the people here are going to do is, well, effectively defend the place. 1, 2, 3. And I'll put 2 guard posts there because lots of attacks happen along that point. 2. I've never seen any come from this direction. However, this direction, yes. This direction is, well, obviously it's facing the Prydwen. So if anything were to happen to the Prydwen, it's going to get quite messy. You can go. And you can go. So we've got a good guard post there. And I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe. Is that better? I think that might be a bit better. And that means if we put here 2 more of these, because then they're just going to be guarding the main gate. Oh, want to make sure people can get through and up the stairs. I don't want to block anyone's pathing. There. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guards. But we won't need anyone on food duty. So it's 7 guards. So it would be 7, 8, because he always sits there. And it's just other defences. You see, the reason as well is I've only got a limited number of these to go, because it's the pipe weapon parts are the smaller bits. It's the thing that actually really makes it. So we need to start buying pipe weapons. I don't know. And scrapping them. That might be something we do. But defence is 44. So at the moment, we're not in a bad place. Let's just get also. So this is quite a departure from the previous type of build, because this one is far more efficient. However, hang on, didn't mean to do that. If we go to here, in order to do it, we need workshop trading 2, which should be quite an easy thing to get to from your early levels, but it's vendor credits. And it's vendor credits we're going to need a lot, because that means with 100 vendor credits I can do 41 of these, and so that means I've got a lot of places that will need to have this put in. Now, we're not going to have max. We're going to go to 20 here. I believe that will do nicely. And if we go to, nope, just got nope. Oh, debris and garbage. Yep. That will get rid of all the crap in here, hopefully. Not those bits, but this bit down here. That is my hope. If not, we'll have to tidy up a little bit ourselves. Oh, there we go. And so that was scrap candles, decorations and signs. Okay. And last but by no means least, now I'm quite happy with the invisible things actually. Exit. Okay. So as you can see, we've now tidied up quite a bit. Oh. Okay, so there's a few extra bits we can get rid of. Yep. Okay. That's horrible, isn't it, really? And clutter. And we got some pictures, and we've got a really, really manky rug. But it's a rug. In this world, they're lucky to have one. It is empty. So we're going to have... Whoop. Can't remember how to get out of this place. Not there. This one. Here we are. Yes, it is 20. So what we need is, we have 7 beds already. So what I'm going to do... see, apparently this was the general's room. Not anymore. This general doesn't want that. There's even room beds downstairs, but they don't count because that's a different section. So this is going to be a place. This is where the doctor is. Right, so the doctor... Oh, excuse me. Oh dear, that's better. The doctor should have a bed. I like to think they are sort of doctory type beds. They probably aren't, but yeah. Okay. And oh no, gone. Oh, there we are. There we are. Right. So that's... Oh, I thought I had gone too far. Here we are. That's better. That's the bed I want. I want a comfortable bunk bed. So that's going to be 8, 9. Not there. 9. That's the kitchen area. Are we going to have to cram these in a bit more? I think we might. 9. 10, 11. Not the doctor. 10, 11. 13, 14. 15, 16. 17, 18. Oh, let's clean that up. And then we go. One more. Right. That one's got one, so let's just head around. That's the 2. That one, that one, that one. Up there, there. Up there, I didn't want one there. 19. Have I miscounted? I bet I did, didn't I? 2, 4. Oh yeah, 6. 1, 2, 3 there. 2 and 2. All right. Okay. And so that's 20 beds. Oh no, I'm not having an institute bed. There we go. should I sleep here, which is unlikely. But what we've got is, that's got people, it's got food, it's got water, it's got power, the defense will go up, and they're also happy. Now, the other question that really needs to be answered to make sure it stays viable, and on this tier, I'm just going to produce viable settlements. Food, water, defense, beds, caps. Because if we go, right, production wise, I can make one of those. And I will be making those. And I can make fishing trips and tarps, not yet. No, water, no, lumberyard. I can do loads of those, but I've got to be careful about making those. I may make the junkyards, but they use tools. So I've got to be able to supply the tools to make them work. The power I'm going to be doing, but not here. I don't want the Brahmin here. Mission jobs, the only one we have left, are going to be the entertainers. Mining and oil. And now, what do these need? These need basic circuitry, rubber, steel, concrete, mixed alloys and gear. So, we can, in all these places, use all of those. And an extractor, and an arc furnace, and a refinery. Now, they aren't going places, the wells and everything will. So let's have a quick look at production management, and we want to come all the way down to the local mineral deposit scan. So we'll get basalt here, okay, laterite and dolomite, that's near enough iron with a few other bits, and crude oil, which is not a lot. Now, I could put, you see, if I put one mine down, each mine I get, you can only put down 3, will produce 0.3. So every production cycle, this will give me 0.3. This would give me 0.3 per mine. The 0.3 or 0.10 per mine and 0.29 per mine. And the oil as well is crude and slow. Hence why I want to know how many places I've got that I've got to put all this stuff in, because the one mineral I'm really short of is copper, and when we're making these sorts of things, nope, wrong there, we've got the oil well, which thank God doesn't use it, and the extractor doesn't use it, but I can only make 21 of those because the mixed alloy scraps, it uses 160 a pop. So they need to go into places that are efficient. So like with the Red Rocket has got an oil production of 1. So if I put 3 on, I put 3 per production cycle. Oh, and I have to show you. Do you like the new Nick? Yeah. His hairpiece is armoured. Yeah, all right, Nick. Nick. Hey.
Do something for you?
Yeah. Look at you. What a dude. Anyway, so today, yes, people will get bored. So what do? We could give them heaters, but again, that's copper. And it's 7 each, and that's a lot. And my oil is getting quite low as well. Not worried about the research here. So we move on to the next stage. Now, we have a doctor. We will need, ideally, 3 vendors. So we have a doctor. Dog meat, where are you going? Right. And, no, it's not this one. I really do get confused in this place. So if we go here, we are going to produce 1 here, and actually Oh, I'll have the mine, the missile. And so all I'm going to do, and this is, oh, that's way too big. This is quite lackadaisical, but I can produce a lot of these counters. So if we go to, how many do we have? We have 12 buttercups. So that's going to be just there. That will help with happiness. We can make 103 breakfast stations, which will make a big difference when it comes to food and things, but it produces happiness. And it needs no one to make it work. I'm leaving the pool table and the arcade machines because these produce recreational rating and bonus happiness. Do you know what? I can make 102. These are 2 copper. Alright, and that's those. Now, we haven't got a workshop trading of 6, so we can't use a shipping manager, which is a shame because that produces an income rating. We can do the supply stockpile, which uses 1 vendor credit contract. I only have 15, and again, these are great because they provide more income rating. And then finally, we have the trading storage, which you can put down if you want to have something a bit bigger. So we've got a rating. This is just going to go down because this doesn't provide food. That's the thing about it. That just produces income and happiness. And income is very important. Because as you saw, each production run, I was getting about 1100 caps. That's going to help quite a lot when it comes to actually making anything in the future. So we've got here, we've got several happiness devices. We've got there. We've got the breakfast station. We've got the machines. That's very unsightly, isn't it? We'll get that and tidied up. And we go to the vendors and the basic mats, and we don't know. What I actually want is a food and drink and a general store. Because happiness. Because a successful settlement needs at least 75 happiness. So as much as I hate to say it, the castle is done. I can only do 21 pieces. What's my limiting factor? Oil, isn't it? Okay, I might be able to make some more oil. So here, the castle is sort of finished, not in its entirety, because we need all these people to turn up. But it's going to be slightly slow because the food apparently is -6 because it's not actually growing here. It's over there, but everything else is boosting the chance of getting people. So that's going to be maybe 1 a day. But water is available, beds are available, and defence is there. There's your workshop trading level. Global population, 242 settlers. Max is 28. I don't want to... Oh, stop at 20. There will be 1 settlement, I think, with 28, but that's still undecided. Okay, so let me see. Let me just have a look here on my list. Type down, and we've got the castle. And that's got a tick now. Because that's all we need to do. We need those bits. So if we come along here, and this is going to be No, I'm in the wrong one. Whoop. Right. Let's add supplies because it's not like I don't have any. There. That's better. Okay. So, Sanctuary Hills, home plate, different case. The castle is done. The Pridwin we cannot do. Railroad HQ we cannot do. Abernathy Farm, pretty sure should be. That's a farming community, so that's done. Boston Airport, we're not going to build there. Coastal Cottage, I'm undecided if that is going to be my base or not, so I've left Coastal Cottage out of it. County Crossing, we've done, that's the one with technicians. Finch Farm. Let's go see what Finch Farm is up to, shall we? And, because again, they're going to need a very similar sort of setup. And, hi, everyone, you alright? Who are you? Oh, it's just people shooting and doing... Who the... Jake's got a flamer. Where on earth did it... Okay. Right, this is pretty weird. Okay. Now, and this place, the Finches do not have enough room for at least the minimum 15 people. So I'm thinking of living up there as well. So I need to give them some sort of house property, and ideally sort of with a back facing this way, so it's going to be a little bit easier for them to defend.
Why's it gotta be so quiet?
Oh, I don't know, that's just the way it goes, isn't it, really? So let's have a quick look. If we go into architect and buildings, I can now build the colossal structures, but you have to pay a price for them in the fact of how many you can build. Apartment complex, Wilson's, we don't need that here. We don't need urban building medium. Wilson's factory brick building, they're huge. The town houses, too big. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a townhouse here. We'll leave that there. Alright, let's have a quick look. So, let's make the building design, and we've got to pick this. We've got a choice. See, oh, a capsule home, a large capsule home. That's quite big. We've got a large house with a garage, which would be good because we can use the garage to put stuff in. What does it look like? Front opening garage, backs blue. Also, as well as if you do want sanctuary housing, you can build those. But I'm going for a large house with a garage. We're going for a brown one. So now I've done it, I'm just going to accept, press OK, and come out. And that's how quick it should build for you. So, because I got a question from one of my subscribers just saying how long does it take, because I'm pretty sure he was having some issues getting it. There we are. So let's have a quick look at what have we actually got for our money here. Now, I definitely want to bring this forward a bit because I don't want it sticking out over the line. Whoop. Okay, that's good. That door is blocked, which is great. Okay, I'm getting rid of the steel barrels. There you go. And See, up here we have got room for quite a few beds if I don't use the beds from the architect. So if we were to go out to the architect, come out, the first thing I'm going to do is manage structures. So it'll give me 6 beds. I don't want 6 beds. So I'm going to suggest to, well, say it locks all objects. And the reason for that is because the placement of this is now not attached to the placement of the house. So I can get it out of the way. So we can now go here, and if we go to architect buildings and we go to building supplies, which would be really good because we can do 27 of these. We want 1 here, 1 there, and oh, there we go. And so we've already got someone managing that one, which is great. So if we were to actually move one of these, who's this? Abigail. No, my lovely, come here. You need to do that. Who's Christopher? You alright, Christopher? I must have sent him here. Right, so now food is way too much. Okay. There we are. And I know there's mock fruit on here that I could probably be picking. Whoa. However, I'm not going to. I'm going to try probably the razor grain actually, because the razor grain
seems to be growing well.
It does, doesn't it? We are quite light on razor grain.
Only thing worse than the raiders is those forged fanatics at the ironworks.
Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more. They're really terrible people. So right. So now what we've got is we've got some unemployed people, and we need to find something for them to do. And obviously the most important thing to get started on is going to be, hang on, get rid of that. Oh, I've never seen logs like that before. That's quite unusual. And because eventually the aim is to get everyone built, everyone producing. Jake, you go over there, please. Go over there. Jake. Over there. Come on. Come on, off you go. Go. You can't, can you? There we are. Okay. We are going to have sync that a little bit, and we're going to put that there. There you go, Jake. You have that one. And a huge pile of rubbish, which I do love. And no, I don't want someone sitting on the ground there. So let's store that to see if I can actually use 22 defense. For some reason for me, I cannot get these to upgrade. 6, and it's a pipe turret. So that's why I'm not relying on them too much. So that's going to be 3. 4, 5. Okay, so we've got some defense already in place. That's brilliant. The guard turrets, we've got these things up here which are good. See, that's a Gauss rifle. That's more than good enough. That's a pipe rifle, so we need to manage that. And we're going to put that. We have the scourge. We have plasma. We'll have a plasma turret there. And again, just accept, confirm the trade, and exit. And you're a pipe turret as well, aren't you? Select building design. So we're going to go here. Heavy machine gun turret. Accept. OK. Cancel. Changed. Oh, they're shooting the Brahmin again. Nick, it shatters the illusion, mate. Stop doing it. Right. And I think that's a touch better. That needs to go around just a bit more. So that will fit in quite nicely with those, because there's bags of room, but we're not going to use it all. That's better. So we have now got 20 food, 23 water. What we do need to do is we now need the beacon. Oh, and thank you. And we are going to have a little bit of power, but we need one bit of power for that. And this is where the real saving comes in, because in the future I could do a lot of things differently, but I don't need a generator. I could use a generator, but I could do a battery. Where are they? What am I short of? Energy cells. Oh, there's always something, isn't it, really? That's only 1 copper. I'm just going to have to use one of those. And that's 2 copper. So now we've got a place. All we need to do, you're working. Food 20, 23. Right. Let's get some beds in here. Right. So we have 6 beds. Do we? Okay. So it's 6, 8. 10, 12. One of those Brahmins is out there. 14. 16. All right. And I can make loads and loads of these. Because the good news is steel is really quite plentiful. Bed's 18. So actually 16 will do. Are they near here? No, obviously they're not affecting. Really? That's a Mr. Gutsy. Oh.
Trouble.
Really? No. So where is it? The thruster.
You played me for the sucker, haven't you? You killed him. Not that it's an option.
What the hell was that? You're right there, Nick. You're making funny noises. Oh. Okay. I know that's quite a waste. I'm just putting it out of its misery. Poor thing. Well, that was... What? What? Look! Did I kill Daniel Finch? Oh dear. I think I might have killed Daniel Finch. Do. No, I was just going to go into the Star Wars theme then. Poor Daniel. He's not dead. He's just feeling poorly. Oh, goodness sake. Come on, Daniel. You'll be alright. Don't worry. Let me put you just here. There you go. You just rest there. Have a kip. Yeah. That's it. Just take a nice rest. There you go. Yeah, he's fine. I just lost the settler. How annoying is that? And how selfish of him to get in the way of my totally erratic firing. Stop at 15. Okay. Well, here we've got beds, water, food, a recruitment beacon. We need a little bit of fun. Where am I going? Oh yeah. Income and entertainment. We need a doctor here. Where are we going to put the doctor? Oh, that's why. Ah. Yes, I put some really crappy, cruddy beds down, didn't I? Well, at least Daniel doesn't need a bed anymore. Is that a bit cruel? Some people might say it is. Right. So, because I am getting light on vendors. Oh look, you can have a little pony there. You can have a little giddy up there. They probably need a breakfast station. I'm not sure. Oh, here we are. There we go. So you can have your cup of coffee and whatever as you come downstairs. Nope, press the wrong button. Oh, actually. Here we go. How about that? No, it's just... It's on the porch. There you go. So I do need 2 more beds. Right. Oh dear. Isn't it awful? You know, well, do you know what's the really awful thing? I don't feel any remorse for Mr. Finch. Oh, brutal. Okay. We have got defence. We've got the doctor I need to put in place. Production. Where are we? No. Vendor mats. A little medical centre. do like it that way round, so they can come round and stand like that. Okay, so we've got a doctor. This place is a real hash mash of things. However, if they don't like it, they can move it round, can't they? Yeah, okay. One other thing we do need to put here, I can make 21 of these. That's just going to take the top of that off, isn't it, really? Right, because everywhere's going to have one, because I aim to, well, if I have trouble, I can just use one. So we've got, and we're going to have some unemployed people. And in the future we can come out and go, well, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. We can put more defence down. But if we only have 15 settlers and they've got their food, which I do love this idea of just, Abigail, she doesn't seem upset about the loss of her son, does she? That's the nice one, not the one who just went meandering off. Anyway, we go to the architect, and same as before, it's entertainment, happiness. And do you know what? We're just going to go, because I can make 100 of these, and it's going to be, oh, well, we'll have one there. Is there one there? Yeah. One at the bottom of the stairs. There we go. Just to get into everyone's way. But that means they're all going to be happy. They're going to have defence. They've got turrets. Their defence is going to go up and will easily be over 100 by the time they're sorted and done. Excellent. Okay. So I think you can see from that this is settlement building on the quick. Because once you get to, where are we? What was it I needed? Oh yeah, no, sorry. It is, let's go here. Food and water depot is only a trading level of 2, which is quite nice. The expensive part, as I've mentioned, is vendor credit and supply kits. Well, if you can push and just plant, you can get that really quite early on. I happen just to like the automated plants, and I like the idea of that. But 2 people producing 20 food goes totally the other way of farming. However, the thing you must bear in mind about these, we're not going to get any spare fruit or veg out of these, because these aren't farms. All these are doing is feeding people. They're not giving me anything. I mean, yes, I will get from the production value, production management, where are we? The supply kits, food 371, water 297, and we could put 80 water in somewhere to sort of catch that up and get loads of supply kits. And that's what I mean, this is going to be one of those things that keeps ticking over for quite a time. Thank you. But as I say, the downside is you can't do this if you want the produce. This is a later stage, because this doesn't give you produce. This is just a food value for your settlers. So not all of the farms I'm going to do will be like that, but a fair number will be. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put you on pause for the minute, and I'm going to go and do a very similar thing to quite a few of the others, and then I'll bring you back in a minute then we can talk about the next stage on. Alright, I'll see you in a tick. And here we are, we're back again. Well, that's all done and sorted. Oh, let's just get comfortable. Right. If we go to my data and my workshops. Food, well, Abernathy is obviously the farming centre, but, oh, excuse me. Oh, that was a huge sneeze. Right. Boston Airport, I'm leaving empty for the time being. Coastal Cottage, leave it empty because I might use that as my personal base. County Crossing, that's sorted and running. Finch Farm is only here because the happiness is a bit low. It doesn't count as a successful settlement until it has 15 people and 75 happiness. So what's going to happen is we're just waiting for Finch Farm to get a few more people in. Grey Garden, happiness is on the rise. Even though they're robots, I have adjusted it so that robots do have a happiness of 80, not 50. Because really robots should be very content in what I do. That's my view. But then it will count as another successful settlement when the happiness gets to 75. Green Top Nursery, same. Hangman's Alley, it's got only 20 food at the moment, but that's one of the places where we've used the abridged version to get some food and water in. Home Plate, there's people but I haven't done anything with it. Mork Welter is empty. Nordhagen, we've watched make that. Oberland has more than one person in it. I don't know what's going on with that. However, that's fine. Outpost Zamunja has Preston in it. It's not his prison, but he's not coming out. Red Rocket's fine. Sanctuary Hills is fine. Somerville Place is only 5 people. The water will go to 23 once there's a few more people there. Spectacle Island, I'm just leaving for the time being as the, what's the name place? The railroad sort of extra site. Starlight Driving, fine. Sunshine Tidings is fine. Taffington Boathouse is, again, it might be one of my places. 10 Pines Bluff has got more than 3 people, but that's just having a bit of a hissy fit. The castle has got enough food and water and will be there once it gets to it. So all I've got to do is just leave it a day or so, go visit each of the locations, leave it a day, go and visit their locations, and eventually we'll have quite a few people floating around. The Slog, same thing, just waiting for some more people to arrive. And Warwick, same thing. So whilst there are a few places that will not be successful, the vast majority will be. Now, if we go to the production management, the food is at 460 and water is at 500. I'm expecting food and water to go up slightly, and once all the places have all their population, I will balance those out accordingly, because there's ways obviously of getting some extra food planted, but just so that we get the right number there, or I might take some water away. Income is fine. These we haven't started yet because I wanted to get everything working properly. Now, as I was mentioning, if we use the resource parts from the architect, the supply depots, they count as food when it comes to the supply packages. Here, production management, the supply kits, they count as food because that's just a generic food number. However, they don't count as crops. But I'm looking at the fact that these are the crops I get every rotation. So at the moment that's more than enough for me. With, if I have a look at just how many I actually have, 200, you can see the numbers. Razor grain is the one that is quite short at the moment, but that will pick up. But That means that every day I can make new food, and again that may be adjusted in the future purely just to make it so that it works. But that is a very short and abridged and quick version of getting your settlements up and running, but you can't use just the supply centres. What? Because that will cause you lots of grief. You're not going to get your supply kits, which you need for so many things here, for travel, because you can't fast travel if you don't have supply kits. So you do, whatever you do, you have to produce food, but you have to produce the crops. And nope, the supply kits are made by everything, but ignore that. I'm talking out my arse. Supply kits are made with everything you've got. The only exception is you can't use supply kits for yourself. You can't eat supply kits. And a lot of the foods, here we are, that will actually give you stuff would, so we could have, what can we do? So the hearty soup, for instance, which does 44, again needs an item. You could have and run a game where you don't do that. You don't actually plant anything. However, you're going to be eating these sorts of things. You're not going to have the hearty soups, the animal stew, which is a very good meal, 86, because that counts 86 food and water. But you don't have to. Therein lies the choice. In Horizon, you can have a choice. They just both lead in different directions. Or you can do a bit of both. I've started out doing it, and then to get the settlements up and running fairly quickly, I've done the other part. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going on a bit here, so I think for today that's going to do. That just leaves me to say you take care. And doesn't he look dashing now? From a distance, he looks quite good, Nick, doesn't he? Until you get up close. Oh, sorry, Nick. And then you go, whoa, Nick, seriously. Anyway, whoop. Okay, so GP signing off, saying I hope that's been of some use. You take care, keep safe, and there will be more of these, because obviously we haven't finished with Horizon building yet. There are lots of other things that we need to get doing and get sorted on. So, you take care, keep safe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.